Hail and matches kings and queens, it's me, Spud the King, and today in Clair Obscur Expedition 33 give you my awesome build for Lune. So let's take a look at it. This build raises everyone you wish. It's extremely powerful, you can get it and start playing it from the get-go because I'm not using extremely late gaming stuff and leveling progression is pretty simple. So you can start blasting with this build pretty fast. Let's start with weapon, and weapon is simple, Lighter-Rim. Lighter-Rim is basically your first weapon you will find. All weapons will have some scaling, some element, and also some benefits on level 4, 10 and 20. At level 4 we will get fire skills, cost will be lowered by 1 less AP. So it's kinda smart to play complete fire build with this. But actually it's not a big deal. What is big deal is level 10 we have increased fire damage with fire skills basically. And most importantly at level 20 we will start battle with 1 ice stain. Weapon scales with agility and defense, therefore we will have really high defense, we will have nice speed, we will act more, act faster than enemies, but still we want to have more health, so definitely invest a little bit in vitality. Anyway, let's go to skills. So skills is pretty simple. You basically start the game with Ice Lance and Immolation. Right now instead of Immolation I'm using Wildfire. It's a high cost spell, it's high cost fire spell, but it works basically the same. It consumes double ice stain to have increased damage, and it giving medium fire damage to all enemies in one hit, applying 3 burn. That's like the biggest part. So how actually Lune works? You got 4 slots, and whenever you cast spell you generate these elements. Stains. Ice Lance will generate ice and light stain. Light can be used as any other stain. So that's our basic straightforward combination. We start with Ice Lance and it will slow enemy down, it will deal some ice damage, but generate blue and light stain. Now let's hit this bro and take a look at stains. Basically before level 20 with this weapon you will see just light and blue stain right now. So second turn we're using Wildfire. Now it will be with increased damage, it will hit all enemies and it's really like a powerful one. They will burn on their next turn and we won. So let's get guys who is a little bit beefier, and I will show next combinations and rotations. Our basic combination again will be Ice Lance into Wildfire. Wildfire will generate red fire basically and light stain, and they will be burning. So after Wildfire, second part of combination will be Thermal Transfer. So it low ice damage, but if target is burning, that's where the fun begins. If target is burning, you will generate 4 AP. So that's basically the stuff you're doing on turn number 3 to generate some AP to finally defeat your targets. So normally we're using these 3 skills to generate stains, and when stains are full, or even when we get just 3 of them, we get few options. That's the skills I'm using. And yeah, it's not fire skills. Still, this 1 less AP on fire skill will help us keep our AP high, go into combination, burn targets with Wildfire, and get access to Lightning Dance, Stormcaller, and Mayhem. Mayhem is great for early game, especially in combination with some spells that give you 2 stains. So double Ice Lance, there's actually 1 cost lightning spell, and just in 2 turns you can generate 4 stains. Mayhem works extremely simple, it consumes all stains, dealing high elemental damage based on your stains. So right now it will be light, double cold, and fire damage attack with just 3 AP cost. Can break targets, so that's nice stuff. You always want some way to break stun on targets. But most importantly, of course, we got other skills like Stormcaller and Lightning Dance. That's our bread and butter, our cream of the crop, and other stuff. So Stormcaller is insane. All enemies receive medium lightning damage on turn end and low lightning damage on damage received. This just buffs all damage your party provides. So these guys will burn, and just imagine if your party will deal some damage to them. Some damage, I mean like any damage. Look, we did basically 0 damage to them, but when they burn, when they take damage even from basic long range shot, they will also receive lightning damage. So that's basically double damage on all attacks for you and your party. In my opinion, that's completely broken, it's fun, it's cool, and it applies loads of extra damage. Targets burn, targets take lightning damage every time they took any type of damage, even if they try to hurt themselves, and this completely obliterates screens. Let's finish him with with Mayhem and go to some more beefier guys. Mayhem will deal 4 hits, all applied and buffed with our Lightning Storm, and that's like completely broken. But now a beefier guy. So for beefier guys we get Lightning Dance, and that's just completely skill on another level. So again, turn start, we just make sure everyone is burning, so we will get ability to regenerate some AP in case we need, but right now we don't need, and that's another like part. So when you advance through the end game and you get this ability, extra ice stain from the start of the game, after casting Wildfire turn 1, you will have light, fire and ice stains. Light can be used as any stain, and this basically gives us ability to use Stormcaller or Lightning Dance on turn 2. So that's completely bonkers, it's just insane combination, and we will go with Stormcaller right now to make sure enemies will take loads of extra damage and we will defeat small guys on the turn they will take. So Troubadour burns, doing shell to lies, but who cares about your shell boys, they will be defeated pretty soon. Just need to make sure I'm waiting all attacks, it's not like that hard. If you know these attacks, we can even parry, but don't need. So turn ends and they're burning, they taking some damage. That's like crazy part. Now, based on our EP, again, we got options. We can actually use Stormcaller again, but it's useless I guess. Instead we will use more Wildfire, so they kinda get even more burn on them. And now while he's burning, we will use Thermal Transfer to generate some AP and make sure we get maximum AP this time. Now, while he's burning, we can go with Mayhem, for example, to just push him a little bit to the limits and deal some nice damage. And now we lost all our stains, that's basically where we start doing our combination rotation again after we using Mayhem. So as you can see, there's like little lightning effect on his legs, on his tiny legs, and this means Stormcaller is still active. Stormcaller actually will work for like 3 turns or so. There's no other indicators, just make sure you watch on his legs and you will know it's active or not. Ice Lance will just slow him down and generate stains I need. I'm just hoping he will lose his shell as fast as possible, so we will start dealing a little bit more damage than we're doing right now. Now he got no shell, and that's where combination begins. Again, Wildfire. Oh my goodness. Don't fail Wildfire. Don't fail Wildfire or it will hit you. So that's some high risk, high reward stuff. But I'm fine. I'm fine because now we can use Lightning Dance. And that's basically what we're aiming for against single target. We want to make sure they are burning. Thanks to our Pictus, we will deal a little bit more damage. But Lightning Dance is just insane. It deals 500,000 damage easily if target is weak to our abilities. That's also nice. But again, no OP, just going through rotation with fire skills. I'm playing burn, trying to evade attacks. A little bit of slow on him, and since I'm pretty cool, I guess I can just heal myself. And now for the best combination again, it will be Stormcaller to make sure he will take extra damage on top, followed by Thermal Transfer to regain AP for next part of the combination, and Wildfire because I need this red stains. Now this guy is cooked. Now he is cooked completely. Look, I got all AP needed, we get everything we need, and it's really easy to understand if you can cast the skill with bonus or not. It will be highlighted in yellow. Yeah, so Stormcaller got enough stains to consume, Lightning Dance not. We get red, we get light, but we don't have any blue ones, so it will be Thermal Transfer to make sure we're not losing any AP, and we're getting all needed stains, and we will deal Lightning Dance right now with extra lightning damage on top thanks to our Lightning Storm. This just completely melts. Another way is to always apply loads of burn and basically stack tons of burn on targets while alternating with Lightning Storm. It's also a viable strategy, and again, there's a lot of different combinations and rotations we can do. I need to be perfect right now, so I will survive, and we're fine. Stormcaller followed by Wildfire, and we just burn him. Every time we evade with counterattack, also extra lightning damage on top. That's like the beauty. And he is out. Beautiful. Now let's take a look at our Pictus, of course. So, and scaling. Scaling again is simple based on weapon. Most powerful weapon scaling, agility will go in maximum. Defense second scaling will go like 20 points below agility, so if you get agility at like 30, try to keep your defense 10 and so on. And vitality at around 20 points is enough for me. Maybe you want a little bit more, just make sure you get enough health to survive few attacks, because if you're surviving you can deal damage yourself. So for Pictus, you're looking for Pictus that provide benefits based on stats. You technically don't care a lot about actual abilities on Pictus most of the time. Still, we're lucky enough to have a really useful Pictus for us for this build that gives benefits as well as stats. For stats, I'm looking for a little bit improvement in my critical rate, because having high critical rate really benefits when we're dealing loads of attack and combinations, and we want to increase our speed even more because agility is our main stat, so looking for Pictus with speed. But also again, we want to survive, so health is something you need to look for. I got warming up, increasing damage per turn, can stack up to 5 times, just good pick overall. Cheater, just best pick when you go into late game. You play twice in a row, very good on characters with combo rotations like this. Basically on every character, it's just so good. And burn affinity, 25 increased damage on burning targets. Again, self-explanatory, we're doing loads of burn and we make sure our targets always burn. We want this increased damage. For Luminous, that's basically Pictus that you can activate all the time. We're just looking for stuff that will generate our AP. As always, it's pretty self-explanatory. Dodger, super cheap, gain 1 AP on perfect dodge. Energizing turn, 1 AP on turn start, helps us keep our combinations going on. Energizing start, just cheap, plus 1 AP on battle start, again helps us keep our combinations through to like turn 3, turn 5, really benefit from this 1 AP at battle start. In case we fall below 50 health, that's nice protective part, SOS, power, rush and shell. Painted power, something you will get in Act 3 to have ability to deal more than 10k damage in one turn, and just stuff to survive. Survivor gives ability to survive on 1 health. Another really cool ones is beneficial contamination, plus 2 AP on applying a status effect. Again, we're applying slow, we're applying burn, that's really good one. So we're always generating some AP, makes our rotation a lot easier and cheaper. And another really powerful one is double burn, of course. When applying burn, you apply second one, so we're always keeping enemies with high burn. And that was my build that I used to defeat the game for Lune, but also she needs some party members. So therefore, you can watch some cool videos on the screen right now to align great and powerful party for her.